Man who makes $20,000 a year from his farts says he's blown away by the demand. I could have been a millionaire. Nath, a former carpenter from Australia, now a professional gasman to be clear, explained that he even eats foods that he knows will make him bloated to ensure he's able to perform. Just in case you didn't think that the simulation was glitching.
Biceps got me weak.
Something like that.
Let him have a break, he's gonna pass out.
She's going to lose her mind when she sees these ones, when Uncle shows the kids how it's done. And that is why you should never do upright rows. My legs versus my man's legs. I bet he's amazing at Call of Duty. And that is why you should never train legs. We're learning a lot here. More oil than a battered Mars bar. When you take too long in the squat rack. When you take too long in the squat rack. That is what gym creep content has done to gym culture. Help her become a TikTok? No, I reckon after the second pirouette, one of you guys could have helped her. Just remember, she's got a boyfriend, bro. Everybody wants to be a bodybuilder. Nobody wants to lift any weight at all. Confidence level. Legends don't need six packs. True, but they would probably help you to win a bodybuilding competition. This guy turned up to what I can only assume is an amateur bodybuilding competition and flexed his way to internet fame. He did everything right except the bodybuilding. Ah, I knew I forgot something.
Did you know there's a really fascinating experiment done on weightlifters? They lifted no weights for 2 weeks. They just sat there and they visualized themselves lifting weights. And they had a 13% increase in muscle mass.
Interesting. So we can tell our brain to grow muscle.
People should indeed use their brains. So I can't find the study that she doesn't reference, but there are many studies into visualization when combined with resistance training, and they do show benefits. But the idea that you don't need to lift and just imagine lifting to create gains,
they had a 13% increase in muscle mass,
is absolute nonsense. People go on the podcast scene, they say something extraordinary, it's made into a short, it goes viral, and the only person it benefits is the person spouting these brain farts. You need stimulus for muscles to grow. And one mechanism for muscle growth that we can feel confident about discussing is mechanical tension. There are other mechanisms as well, such as metabolic stress, which may be synergistic with mechanical tension, but it's really mechanical tension that we have a strong understanding of in the evidence base. Dr. Schonfeld has a free, easy-to-read paper from 2010 where he explains mechanical tension. Mechanically induced tension produces both by force generation and stretch is considered essential to muscle growth. Very simply, you need to perform dynamic contractions, which is a stretch and a squeeze, a lengthening and the shortening of a muscle under load. And furthermore, you need to increase that load over time as your muscle adapts to the stimulus. Muscle contraction occurs due to the sliding filament theory. We can understand that muscle fibers have myofibrils which contain sarcomeres. It is this phenomenon of sarcomeres being added in parallel that is literally muscle growth. We disturb the integrity of muscle with resistance training, which breaks down and with the right response, i.e. nutrition and recovery, will build up again this muscle hypertrophy. Sitting in your underpants thinking about going to the gym and watching reruns of Seinfeld will not increase your gains by 13%. Unbelievably.
They had a 13% increase in muscle mass.
It never fails to amaze me the latest trash that supplement sellers are pushing. Am I stenabolic yet? AKA take a random plant extract that no one can even pronounce with no evidence base, stick it in a bottle and call it anything with bollock. Add fitness model who's never used the product to achieve her gains. Halo test Natty test booster. That guy's clearly been taking way too much Natty test booster. T-Drive Natty test booster as sold by... Well, if there is someone you can trust to sell you a natural test booster, it is the greatest natural lifter of all time. Can you recommend something for energy, bro? I'm legit on the verge of just juice, just I don't want to. You are asking that question to this guy. One more thing for those who ask, lifetime natural. Only people that don't think Simeon is natural are the ones that don't understand some people truly have magnificent genetics. It's all about perspective. It's all about Tren. Well done, Simeon. You're yet another example of what can be achieved by being consistent, having a consistent supplier.
If you think he natty, then you have no brain cells.
That's what I meant. If there is one thing that I can't stress enough, do not buy natural test boosters by roided up fitness influencers. It is perhaps one of the most ridiculous things you see, and it makes a lot of people a lot of money. And to end, in this week's Your Dad Needed to Hug You More, tell the doctor that I'm experiencing symptoms of low test. Actually, I just want free test. Test transformation. I couldn't have said it better myself. Bro took roids to look natty. Because this can't go wrong, can it? What if you actually use that thing in your head called your brain?
Stop selling research chemicals to dumb kids.
See you soon.